Hello YouTube. I will be doing a Monday Thursday lineup. Just a quick shout out to Donald Duck underscore 58, the guy who's playing me head to head right now. I appreciate the head to heads you give me every week. I'm only beating you by 2 points. I don't know who your two mystery players are, but I do have Mark Ingram in, and I hope he does some work. I think he will. Anyways, this lineup is so weird, guys, because there's so many cheap options. I've never had a lineup with so many cheap options, but there's not that many premier options. So you could probably get all the top guys and then work everything out with the rest. So I think I'll build a lineup like that, and then I'll build a really cheap lineup because there's so many places you can go with this. But I'll show you my decisions here. You guys may think I'm excited to start the Jacksonville Jaguar defense, but based on what I've seen from Tennessee, they're not a very good team. I think I read here that Jake Locker is questionable. Yeah, so maybe, I mean, I think he can put up some points on Jacksonville Jaguars, but still, I mean, I think the Jaguars are a pretty okay play. I think the Bears and Chicago go off in each other, or the Saints will have a couple picks. I can't see Drew Brees having a bad game, but I'll go Jacksonville Jaguar defense. They're cheap, and they're up against the Titans, so I'll take that risk. You could probably go Titans against Jaguars too, but I think the Jaguars are a tougher team defensively. And then Jay Feely is my kicker. He's the cheapest one, and Chicago gets in the red zone pretty often. But Robbie Gould never kicked in those field goals. So, anyways, tight ends only two ones you get: Bennett or Graham. Bennett definitely going to benefit a little more with what's his face out. What's his damn name? Brandon Marshall. Well, Brandon Marshall. Bennett definitely benefits. I wish one of these was like flex, so I could put Graham and Bennett, because I don't really like the receiver selection. But if I had to pick one, I like Graham a lot, but Bennett is probably going to be, he's probably a guarantee to have a really good game. Graham's fallen off a little bit, so I don't know. I'll probably go Bennett, and he's cheaper. If not, I'll go with all the expensive options, but I like Bennett a lot. And then wide receiver, I think you have to go Alshon Jeffrey. Might have a tough matchup with, what's his face? Kenyon Lewis, but I think Jeffrey can handle it, and Jeffrey's going to be the number one target. So I think he can do it. This where it gets a little trickier. Nate Washington could be in for a good game. So can Kendall Wright if he's playing. Is Kendall Wright playing? No, never mind. Nate Washington, and I like Nate Washington, Marquise Colston. Kenny Stills only had about 45% of the snaps last week, which made no sense. He's a freaking playmaker. I think they give him all to Nick Toon. So deep sleeper Nick Toon. And then you have a guy like Cecil, Hearns, and Lee. One of them's going to go off. I like Lee and Hearns. I don't know about Shorts. I think Hearns had an okay game today. Yeah, Hearns had he's pretty damn consistent, and he's on a little bit of a roll right now. And then Lee can have a good game. Yeah, Lee can definitely have a good game. I think he will. This is so confusing to go with these guys, but I think I'll go with Lee, and I'll go with Colston. If not, I'll for sure get the best running backs, though. The running backs, Forte, Ingram, you could probably get both these guys and still have a pretty good lineup with receivers, because it's going to be a little bit of a gamble. You just have to pick the right receivers. What's his name? Toby Gerhart isn't a bad play, because Tennessee is not a very good run defense. I know they shut down Chris Johnson today, but that game was really chippy, and it was a big-time defensive battle. And I don't think it'll be the same against Jacksonville. I think they'll be a lot looser. So I think Toby Gerhart can have an okay game. I don't know how he did today. 54 yards. Yeah, that's not bad. He can have like a 12-point, 13-point game. Maybe sneaks in a touchdown. I think Toby Gerhart is a little under the radar. But definitely Forte and Ingram are definitely the guys you want to get. So let's just add both of them and see what happens. And then at quarterback, you want to grab Cutler or Breeze. I think Breeze is a little limited because they can run the ball a little better. The Bears seem to abandon the run game often, but Forte is still an asset in the passing game. But that would benefit Cutler. Bortles could be an okay play, guys. He could be okay. I'm not saying he'd be great. I heard he also sprained his ankle or something, so he would be an okay play. But these are definitely the premier guys you want to start. So maybe I'll go with Breeze, or I'm gonna go with Cutler. I'll go with Breeze because I think I can still work with that. And then you get 5,000 for 400 for the receivers, and then you just gotta work with it. So I'll go and then I'll go with that. Or Derek Hagan. What the shit? You go Alan Hearns, or I go Marquise Lee, and I get a guy for 5,000. Nick Toon isn't bad. He's been getting a lot of snaps. I don't know how he did last week. Kind of split. Yeah, I mean, Nick Toon can have a decent play. I don't think he'll score a touchdown, though. So, yeah, I can structure this differently. Maybe I take out Forte, and maybe I take out Ingram and put in Gerhardt. Maybe I do this. Put Gerhardt in. I don't think Stanky's going to have a good game. Jacksonville, surprisingly, shutting down the run a lot more recent, so I can't really talk shit about him. They shut down Forsett pretty bad, and I thought he would go off like crazy today. Didn't make any sense that he didn't. And you could do that, Gerhardt, and then, but you have so much left over, which is ridiculous. You can go Colston. And then Marquise, you know what I'll do? I just forgot him, and it'll work perfectly. I'll go Forte. I'm going to start a bunch of freaking Bears, but oh well. And then I'll go Marquise Wilson, because he's in place for Brandon Marshall. And then with the extra leeway, can I get Graham? No. And then I'll just pick up a better kicker, I guess. Shane Graham, I guess. So that is an option. I'm going to show you guys something. So this is probably what I'm going to roll with, guys, which is, I know, a little overkill, because I'm only starting one player from there. I think Nate Washington can be an okay play too, guys. So I'm not trying to super overkill it, but that's probably what it's going to look like. So yeah, let's just get out of there. That's intent. There's a you can make this come out to so much. So I'm gonna make a quick all sleeper team, and you guys see how much left over you got. So let's go that. Let's go that. Let's go Bennett. Wide receiver. Let's go Marquise Wilson. God damn it, Marquise Wilson. Let's go Marquise Lee. And then let's go Nate Washington. And that running back, let's go Toby Gerhardt. And then let's go Mark Ingram. And then let's go Drew Brees. And look how much you have left over. You have 6,800 if you use if you use all your freaking sleepy plays. That's insane. And this could also, so yeah, there's a lot of leeway here. So there's definitely a shitload of combinations you can go with all your cheap guys, because there's a bunch of cheap guys that people are gonna have to pick. So it just depends on which ones you guys are gonna get. That one I showed first, probably gonna roll with. I'm not really gonna pay too much attention to this matchup because there's not a lot of value there. I mean, there is a lot of value there, but I don't know. This one's probably got more scoring. I don't know about this Tennessee Jacksonville lineup, but I'll be starting Jacksonville defense, so there's that. Anyways, that's all for today, guys. So, if you guys want to head me on this, I'm down. C Gonzalez _16. I'll leave it in the link down below, I think. So that's all for today, guys. Bye bye. Thank you for watching my videos. I appreciate it. I'm at 17 subscribers. That's insane, guys. I started this at 15. Thank you. Thank you. I love this. All right, bye.